Yo. Yo. Okay. We're back. We're back with another stream, guys. Today we are going to be doing exactly what I said we were going to be doing yesterday. We are good. We have some reacts lined up today. We have 4 regular reacts, and then we have the first episode of Double Take. Yeah. First episode of Double Take. After all 4 of these reacts. So we have the 20 viral moments of streamer games. TikTok knows yourself better than you know your. TikTok knows you. Wow. TikTok knows you better than you know yourself. Every fear begins in an uncanny valley, and why Gen Z can't start a rebellion. These are the videos we have today. And then we might do Roblox later. I don't know. We might not, though. Alright. There's no better way. There's no better way to start it out than watching the first video of streamer games. On streamer games. Alright. YouTube Premium, by the way, so no more ads.
This one.
Alright, here we go. 20 viral moments from Streamer Games 2026.
Look, this one. The top, though. What are you talking about? Look, this one's even. Just do this one.
Just do this one. Great comms from Team Mexico.
I forgot what game this
like
is.
A little over the stand.
I forgot what game. I think this is the cutting game. For those who don't know, I think there's a bunch of different games. I don't know which moments. I know there's going to be a moment from the 100-meter dash with Joe Bartolozzi, which he should have. Dude, that shit pissed me off when I first saw it. I got to see it live. I was watching it live. I'm glad they redid it. I understand Joe lost. That's not the fucking point. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Yes, Enzo was faster than Joe, obviously. The first time it even went on, we shouldn't even have to have waited for halftime. That shouldn't even have been a thing. It was so fucking obvious that everyone took off. And literally, you could look at the ground. Joe's ass goes in the air. As he's saying go, everyone's already gone. Everyone's already gone. Even Enzo. They said he ran a 9.8. He's not an Olympian. He's not an Olympian. You're not running a 9.8. Joe didn't run like a 10 something. Like, I never said he was gonna win, but he damn sure, like, that first race was fucked. I'm glad they redid it though.
Or right there.
With that.
Yeah.
12 seconds left, guys.
Let's go. We might have.
I don't think they got it.
Let's take a look.
Dude, you got to do it right next to the stem. If you don't do it right next to the stem, I'm giving it. Let's call it predictions right now. I'm giving it. If we're doing it by grams, how many grams does the apple weigh? Hold on, we'll give it 1. I think they do get it perfect here because it's a viral moment, but it doesn't look that straight to me. Am I wrong? It doesn't look that straight.
What do you think?
Hey, wait, that's pretty good.
The number to beat is 17 grams.
17 grams each side. I give it medium sized apple, maybe 16, 15.
Okay.
This first half
125.
is 125 grams.
I was off. I was so fucking off.
Is that good? Is that good?
Oh my god.
That's literally too. Like,
Oh my god, it's 127 grams.
Wait, what?
Oh my god. This first half
125.
is 125 grams.
Oh, they were off by 2.
Oh my god.
That's literally too. Like,
Oh my god, it's 127
What do I know?
grams.
What do I know?
They beat Team UK. It's 2 grams difference. It's 2 grams. How do you get a 2 gram? Talk to me.
Yo, so, I mean, this is just like a for fun throw. My real throw is my second one.
Wasn't it supposed to be with a big ass paper? Like, this is a normal piece of paper. Am I wrong? Like, this is a normal piece of paper. Maybe they're all giants.
Currently Mexico in first, USA in...
Oh. Retry it. Get a refly. Let's get another refly on, please. Better luck next. Better luck next time, bro. They did an instant replay on his ass. It's over.
That's crazy. Agent. Bro, a paper ball would make it farther.
This right here is a kamikaze plane.
What?
It's not gonna make it safe. It will not make a safe landing, but it's gonna make it somewhere. Somebody called it a sub sandwich earlier, but
Does this count? It is paper and tape, and that's all we gave them. All right, this counts. This is the paper.
He can just throw that. He could just throw that like a football. He wins this, right?
If you'd like to take a close up.
Oh, he blew them out of the fucking water. Way to think out of the box, Agent.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Did that flag say Mexico on it? Did Mexico still beat his throw?
Team Mexico easily
That's actually bad.
leading. Dantes takes a step. If he falls, his team will lose.
I would fall instantly. Holy shit. My center of gravity is so bad. I'd be falling after like maybe the third one. I'd be falling straight towards the ground after the third one, guaranteed.
25 seconds.
And I thought this was only supposed to be with one. I thought it was supposed to be like one and you like hop up like that.
Team Canada's in the lead. 15 seconds. Team Canada's winning. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Team Mexico, you need to step up one more time. Benji, you need to
I forget
go.
who wins this.
You need to go. 6, 5, 4, 3,
Can I not go any higher?
2, 1. Time is up. Team Canada wins. That was crazy. That was a neck.
Hey, how'd he win?
Match. Dantes is going for the knee strat. If Dantes steps up with both knees before catch up, he will lead.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Big play.
Holy.
Canada's in the lead. France, 10 seconds. Canada's going to lose. 3.
What do you mean Canada's gonna lose?
1. It's over. Team Canada wins. Give it up for Team Canada. Saving the 2 crate strat for the very end.
Yeah.
Is that something you had talked about?
Not at all.
It's kind of like you have to adapt with who you're playing with. That's what
Because
it
the thing
is.
is, like, me and Martin, we're on the same wavelength. Like, I can start a sentence, he'll finish it.
Bad. Okay.
Didn't do that. Benji, talk to me here. You got first place last time.
Everybody doubted me.
You're ruining it.
Am I in it? No.
What do you want?
Guess what? Your boy comes V5. V5. Let's go. Oh, I smell I hit the tan one. It's because of the air.
Sure.
Also, Dad was talking on the stream. Doesn't matter. Are people in there? Yeah, people in the stream.
I mean, no.
Okay, well, Dad was asking to try something downstairs. So chicken. He's asking if you want to keep the sauce, like to let it go down, so you can keep it with the chicken. I think you should. It's pretty good.
I'm not going downstairs right now.
I know. I'm just saying. All right. Also, W idea. Just do the Kai Snatch that they're streaming yet. The Minecraft thing.
What are you talking about right now?
The Kai Snatch speed stream with the Minecraft. They're doing that. Is it a video or stream?
This is a video. This is streamer games. Why did you just have to ruin it? Leave.
Okay.
Bro, now I have to do a bunch of editing for this. Some people, bro, they don't know how to mind their own fucking business. Whatever. Back to the video.
Everybody said I suck. They said
I was not gonna do it, and here we are.
Why is his paper airplane bigger than every other airplane I've seen so far?
Number one, as of right now.
Benji, whenever you're ready, let the big one fly.
Holy shit!
I told
Yo,
y'all. Don't doubt
what?
me.
18.25. 18
Feet?
yards.
Yards, okay.
Cake will be your final round. Team UK, come on up. And select
Oh, they have to cut a cake now. Oh, so they did like different things, like apple, cake. Okay, okay.
one of the 3 cakes here.
That's good.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
There you go. That's it.
It is a 27 gram difference.
That's good. That's okay. It's okay.
It's very good. Give it up for Team Worldwide. They're currently in first.
I didn't think they were gonna get first, to be honest with you.
They would extend their lead if they're able to win this. What cake you going for?
I see.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cut has been made. 836 grams.
Okay.
Your second half.
I feel like they could have done it by pound for that.
It's 850 grams. It's a 14-gram difference.
Let's go!
Team Worldwide wins 14.
Let's 14! Let's fucking go now! Let's fucking go!
It's off by a little bit, so I just started eating the cake. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Retry for me.
14-gram difference. I don't know how you did it.
Summits is up, Summits is down, Summits is nose, Summits is belly, Summits is...
Is that guy a pro at doing this? I swear, this guy does this every time I see someone like play like pro Simon Says, it's always that guy.
Nose, Summits is belly, Summits is shoulders, Summits is top, Summits is stop. Hands up, you're out.
Should I try it? Hold on. Alright, lock in. I don't know if I could listen that fast. Alright, lock in.
Summits is up, Summits is down, Summits is nose, Summits is belly, Summits is nose, Summits is belly, Summits is shoulders, Summits is top, Summits is stop. Hands up, you're out. You're out.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. I think I just got out. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Let me try again.
14-gram.
Let me try again. Ready?
Summits is up, Summits is down, Summits is nose, Summits is belly, Summits is nose, Summits is belly, Summits is shoulders, Summits is top, Summits is stop.
Oh, what? What? Oh my god. Oh, I just showed the pre-fire rate. I'm a bot. So when he says hands up and then he says hands up, then you're supposed to put your hands down because Simon said it's not being Simon said, I'd be out instantly.
Hands up, you're
Don't sign me up.
out. You're out. Simon says hands up. Wave it around, you're out. Simon says wave. Simon says stop. Hands down, you're out.
Genuinely impressive.
And then there were 2. Summits is up, Summits is down, Summits is no.
Should I try this one?
And then there were 2.
Alright, let's try it.
Summits is up, Summits is down, Summits is nose, Summits is shoulders, Summits is opposite shoulders,
What?
Summits is touch this, Summits is hands
What'd he
up.
say? What'd he say?
You're out, you didn't touch your nose. Mexico!
What? What did he even say?
I give every team 1 chance per day
Yeah.
to call a replay.
Right?
Canada is claiming
Yeah?
that
Nah,
Team
she didn't
Mexico
touch her nose.
might have cheated to win that last round.
Really?
Tap your shoulders. Tap your shoulders. Hands
He didn't tap. Wait.
up.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Tap your shoulders. Hands up.
Oh!
He kept his hands up. Sorry, chat. Everyone is going in my room today. I don't know why. He lost.
Danny, you should have been out. Team Mexico does not qualify. Team Canada's moving on. Call overturned on the field. VAR successful.
Oh, he's so
and
mad.
a chance to improve first place. Joel. Already sitting pretty in first with not...
Oh, I already know what I'm going to do.
too scary of a competition behind him. Let's see how he does.
Oof. He could at least given it a run up. He could at least given a run up, dude. Hold on, I gotta ban someone. Gotta ban someone, man. Okay. Okay.
8.73. He beat his record.
Meters, I'm assuming. Has Tyler even thrown yet? How do you get a 0 on attempt 1?
8.73. You chose Team Mexico.
Absolutely.
Why absolutely? Why so confident?
They're unathletic. Every single one of them.
Who's
Did they win?
athletic on their team?
Danny Bands threw the cube farther than you.
Got a bad shoulder.
Oh, yeah, bad shoulder. Bad shoulder, bad day, bad time. You know, if everything was different about that day, he probably would have got first. If everything was different, though.
We're being very serious about this line, including the first runoff. Be smart.
I'm gonna run up to the line. Boom! I take the ball. I come back. 100 off the mound. 100 off the mound, straight to their dome. They can't even see it coming. Dead.
Here, Jinxie.
Jinxie.
You got this.
He's got the hunter eyes. He's going up. Here
That's line. You're out. Jinxie, you're out.
You gotta hit one. You gotta hit one of these. You would have thought that was gonna hit me. And then you light it on fire. You start saying some anime shit. You light it on fire. Kame. You get like the POV of it going down.
Mario with the throw. Oh, slick dodge.
Guys, there's genuinely one rule. There's one.
Here she comes with the double action.
Oh yeah.
He's great at it. Look at him. Oh wait, did that hit the ball? It did. Through the leg.
Ooh, Joe.
Here, you're in a 1v4.
And then gives him the double bird. The man is not lacking confidence.
Another one.
Got a hit.
Oh, look at that aura.
Out. That is game.
Look at that aura by Joe.
You like to? No VAR call.
No VAR.
Okay, here's the replay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You really got, you know, you really gotta just boom. You really got it's in this part. You really gotta coming from someone that plays baseball, bro. You gotta whip that shit. See this shit? This shit right here? Rip it apart. That's how you get maximum fucking velocity. You don't even want them to know the ball's coming. They shouldn't even know the ball is on trajectory towards them while you're throwing it. It should just be a line. It should be a blur across their face until they're getting hit.
This one like it is.
And look at that. He's got it. You can't even see the ball.
That's a hit on the back. It's a.
Now
Yeah.
you guys are
Golden.
still in the third place bracket.
Oh, did he? Replay.
Field.
That's a
Maybe
hit.
it's a bad angle.
Now you guys are still in the third place
Oh, let's say it hit.
bracket, by the way.
I think it hit.
USA 5 standing united against a fractured Canada. First place on the line.
Martin, you're out.
Off rip.
Martin gets
Tyler, one
Oh, what?
out.
2v4. I like that. I like Sakura going for that sneaky one. Joe Dart strikes again, but Tonka T.
Oh, what a shitter.
Jinxie with the fake.
Joe catches it. Holy king.
5-0. It's a
Look at him.
D1 athlete, handsome man. Would have been able to reach up with ease. They picked
Dude, I feel like Tyler's just too dense. He's too dense for this game.
Mari.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Tyler's shaking a lot now. And
There he
Tyler
goes.
is out. Maya and Team USA, or excuse me, Team All-Star moves on. So you blame your teammate Mari.
Yes, always blame your teammate. It's never your fault. No, it's never your fault. When in doubt, blame your teammate.
Team USA, you guys still have volleyball today?
Oh my.
winner! Bows down, bows down. I just wanted to see with my own eyes. Did that?
There's no more. Oh, that's a Nick.
Our first apple hit! Congratulations, Cocotte. You hit our first apple, grazed its head.
I feel like that's probably one of the hardest games as streamer games, other than like the 100 meter, but the 100 meter is really physical. So I feel like the archery is probably one of the hardest games to do. They should replace it. I saw he said he was gonna do it again next year. I think they should replace it with like paintball. Or something like that, like full team. Maybe like, oh my gosh, they do look up battle royale paintball. They get like the entire campus, and like it would suck to be the school, but like you do paintball inside of the okay. I know how it sounds, but they do paintball inside of the school. It'd be like a battle royale. Hear me out. There's like sights and shit. There's like sights.
The last arrow. Hey! Fire! Bows down! Canada is the winner!
Last year, when you had the performance of a lifetime, people said it was a fluke, that you couldn't repeat it.
Who said that?
They were saying this everywhere.
I didn't see that anywhere.
Hey.
KDB with the save!
I'm saving everything.
Cocotte not happy about that comment. It's 2025. Now has a chance to take the lead for Canada.
What a save by KDB!
Dude, I don't even know who won this.
God! What can she do?
Oh, I already knew he's too jumpy, bro. You can't be that jumpy. You gotta lock in, pick a side, and jump.
She's doing everything. 2-shot save, 1-shot made. All-Stars take the lead.
Hey, look at him. Look at him. You know, he jumped to the left. I'm banging that shit top. I'm banging that shit top left. Bang. Yeah.
Little fast.
How is Zoil always like go far in musical chairs?
Wardrobe faster.
Did they just get out on the beat drop?
And we have fallen for the drop. Team UK.
They fell for a fucking beat drop.
We've lost a member, Maya. You are out. Congrats to the winner of musical chairs.
His Zoil won musical chairs. All right.
You won. Wardrobe sat down. Wardrobe sat down.
Stay away! That's cheating! That's cheating!
That is a chair grab, you are out.
Yo, on God, that'd be so annoying. That would be so annoying. You're going to your chair. You just no shade, but you're that big. You're running. You're pushing yourself to get to this chair. Some guy just comes in, strips it from you, sits down, and starts hitting one of these in front of you. I'm hitting one of these on him. They won't even know what fucking hit him.
It's coming on!
Zoyo!
For Team Canada.
Do they have to hold the hat? Do they have to hold the hat like that?
Bull's gonna do. It's all about anticipating and reacting. Being loose.
This has got to be one of the easiest events, bro. I've done this shit before. It's not that hard. It gets hard around like the 30-second part, I'd say. So if it actually goes far, actually, it's been a while since I've done it, but I feel like 30 seconds is a good time to get. Like, I don't think it's just that hard. Unless it ramps up hella here.
The hat fly. Look at the confidence from Martin. When Martin's doing amazing. Martin could break the record.
It's really not, it doesn't look that hard. Maybe I'm talking to my ass here.
Martin breaks the record. 25, he's still going. Wow, I can't believe it. 30
Team Canada! You were showboating at a certain time. You took off your hat. You were looking at the crowd.
It's a little bit of flair.
It's
You gotta
finesse.
Throw that in there sometimes just to entertain everybody out there. Shout out to all my supporters.
Is that Miku? She misses it. Oh. Okay. Call it right now. Jason. Hold on, I actually don't. Hold on. Let me put myself in the right point of view. He's here, right? All right. So he takes a step right. He's false-footed. If I'm him right now, if I'm him right here, fake out right. Fake out right. Fake out right. He's putting it right corner. Jason's off balance. Bang! Jason still got him though.
A clutch save by Jason the Ween.
Oh, Mr. Keem is him. Mr. Keem is him.
For the tie.
Oh, he's lost. He's lost. He's lost. But he does have that momentum toward the ball. So I think he gets it here. Oh my God. Who kicked that? That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
All-Stars, second place.
Ready!
Oh, hell no. Don't get me fucking started on this fucking event, bro. Don't get me started. All right. If this is the first one, and not the all right. If this isn't the halftime one, I want everyone to pay attention to what happens here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. This is the good start. Everyone's up, and they start on time. Joe still loses, but that's not the point here.
It's a mad dash
It's closer than I thought it was.
of this morning. Flashes of brilliance. Red line cross. It's Enzo. It's Joe Bart. Might have been Arky third. Last place, Sakura.
I'm pretty sure it's,
Faithful.
and then he calls out speed.
Never expected it.
Yikes.
What God did. God did. God did. All right, Enzo. Give it up one more time.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Speed. I'm coming for you.
I show speed. Oh, that's a little bit of a call out.
He's getting smoked. He's getting fucking raked. He's getting raked. He's getting raked by Show Speed, bro.
Will you heed the call?
Speed barely lost to Noah Lyles. Enzo is getting waffle stomped.
Oh. 6 serving 2.
I'm shitting on everyone in this. I just want to preface that. I am shitting on everyone.
6 serving 2.
The moment that ball goes up, boom, set. First of all, you could have done a different receive here, to be honest with you. You could have done an underhand, then your teammate would have got the set in, and you could have spiked that bitch down. But no, but no one wants to play volleyball. It's supposed to be fucking played.
Who tries to come in, Joel with the hit over.
Yeah. W set. There's no one behind you, though. Who knows where he's setting to? Maybe he's set or dumping, maybe I get the idea. You should have set to your teammate right here, who's obviously ready for the jump. No one's ready to do a pipe. KDB isn't ready to do a pipe. So, you could have set it to the teammate and you would have got a better clip.
Nice swing with the set over.
But he just sent it over.
Goes to the back line, set by Catsup, set over by
Everyone's doing like a double touch. Like, dude, play the game.
Suku.
W?
Bumps it back. Suku sets it back. KDB
W dig.
It's a huge
And he can't save it. He can't save it.
moment. What a
This is really as good as the clips you're gonna get in streamer games. This is as basically as good as it's gonna get.
to get low, to hit it over, and to keep the rally alive. She's phenomenal.
That was a good dig, though. I'll say.
It is 7
What a recovery.
serving 2. Joel to serve.
Is this the USA? No, it isn't. It isn't. Look. Watch, Dennis. Over. Watch. Oh, it was out. How is this in a highlight reel? Who knows? Who knows why this is in a highlight reel? I don't even know what number they're playing to. They're not even playing to 15. I guess they're just playing to 10. Whatever. It's not official. What do I know?
Doolies.
Oh my god. Yo, is this Ron?
That is the line.
Yo, Zoil. Was that Agent? I thought that was Zoil.
No, Ron stepped on the line. We have one rule. We have one rule and one rule only.
One rule.
Don't step on the line. He stepped on the line. That is game.
How is
You
this
wanna
number
do
4?
VAR?
You were the dodgeball demon?
You were like-
Dennis, I'm shitting on you, bro. I'm telling you right now. I was talking earlier with chat. I'm hitting one of these going to the line. I'm hitting one of these. This is the starting line. This is the end line. I'm running up. Huss, huss, huss. Dropping the shoulder. You're gone. Watch. Boom. You're dead. You're dead. You're on the ground. You're crying. You're on the ground. I grab the ball. I get ready. You're not even seeing the ball. You're not even going to see the ball when it gets to your face. You're just going to drop. You're just going to feel pain on the side of your face and you're going to fall down.
Here.
They're using their VOD.
VAR has been called by the All-Stars.
Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is.
Are you being so dead? You don't even see the...
Jarvis, zoom in. I think he's safe.
I'm a size 7. You think my foot's on the line?
Do we have a second angle?
A second angle is crucial here.
There's a scuff on the tape from his shoe.
There's a scuff on the tape? There's a
There
scuff
is
on the
no
tape of the
way.
shoe.
Do you think that this was dirty when we started? I do see that right there. Yes, yes, look at that. That's disgusting.
I think he's innocent.
Give me your left shoe. Does that line up?
No, that's...
What? Hey! No!
You gotta buff it
We
out.
have a photo.
The view?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Ron, come over here.
Thank you.
Oh, they got him.
What do you mean,
He
show
got
the
his
photo?
ass in
You
4K,
have
bro.
to upload the photo. Team All-Stars is out! That is a false start.
Okay, no. This is the real one. This is the real one. I don't care about Ron false starting. I care about everyone false starting. Apart from Daddy Joe. Look! Look! I don't care that he false starts. There's a beep, like, it goes 1, 2, 3, beep! Look, Joe's ass comes up, they're all gone. By the time Joe's ass is like this, they're all already taken off. Look. Look at that! And he still dusts them! And then they all start going on in like this onto Joe's lane. Like, what are you doing? Arky is literally, he starts in lane like 8 and makes his way over to lane 5. What are we doing?
Ron, buddy, talk to me.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I don't care what nobody says. This is facts. Last year, anyone who false started got disqualified. I got disqualified. This year, he said 3, 2, 1, go, and multiple people started without.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Everyone false started apart from Joe.
Same time as me. Why do you think I stopped? I was like, wait, what? He got pushed? No, bullshit. Restart that right now.
And then they take until halftime to do it. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. No one's waiting that fucking long. You should have redone it right fucking there. When everyone has the energy. Like, oh my god. I'm shitting on people in this as well. Maybe I have an ego, maybe I don't. I'm dusting your ass out to get a seat.
Let's
The moment you go down this, the moment you go down there to take a seat. Oh, sorry. I think this seat is actually mine. Don't you see it has my name on it?
He pushed the out of me. Yo, that's bullshit. Hell no. And he's out, bro.
Stable Ronaldo.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Ray,
You just sold me, bro.
you are out. You are out. Countdown for the final one. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
And we're
This is
off.
the third best
Maya
clip.
Seems like the absolute best crate stacker to ever do it. A true.
I didn't realize there was a pro league. Maybe I'm
This is
wrong.
insane.
Holy shit.
Guys, give it up for these competitors. What a final. This is her last.
Holy shit.
Maya, you have the
I feel like at some point it's a handicap to go higher.
Up 1.
Yes, okay.
They're going for the 1x1 tower knee strat.
And now this is very difficult for Maya. Because Maya's
Oh
gonna
my
have to
God.
step down. If Nat can step onto this tower before Maya, she will take the
Holy
lead.
shit.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Is this like the
left.
average of how far that got up? Oh my god.
Team International's in the lead.
Step up.
Guys, 3, 2, 1. It's over.
Bro, just take your fucking leg up.
Sorry, I was incorrect. All Stars wins.
Let's count. Before they come down. My bad. Why do you think you were good at this?
Because I'm small and I'm nimble and I'm quick.
I feel like you also are good at balancing. Is it the skateboarding?
I'll touch a little bit.
I can do a kickflip. I don't know if you guys need that.
That's set up, you.
All right, and then there were two. Summit's head, Summit's.
All right, I'm doing this one. Hold on, without it seeing. All right, lock in,
I don't know if you guys need that.
lock in, lock in, lock in. It's as if I'm the final two.
Summit's head, Summit's hip, Summit's head, Summit's hip, Summit's head, Summit's belly, Summit's top. Summit's stop. Hands up.
Fuck!
Hands down.
Oh, I would have lost right there. No. No.
Summit's head, Summit's hip, Summit's head, Summit's hip, Summit's run.
What, they do like a tournament?
Hands up. Summit's hands up. Hands down, you're out. Summit's hands down. Faster, hands up. Hands up. Oh.
How does he know what to say? Is he making this off of his dome?
Hands down. Summit's hands down. Big smile. Summit's big smile. Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Oh, yeah, he would have got me right there. The double take.
Summit's nose, Summit's ears, Summit's nose, Summit's ears. Hands up. Summit's hands up. Hands down. Summit's hands down. Faster, hands up.
Oh.
Summit's hands up. Hands down. Hands down. Summit's hands down. Summit's nose, Summit's belly, Summit's shoulders. Summit's tap. Summit's tap. Summit's stop. You didn't tap the first time, you're out.
What? What?
All Stars get first and second. All right. Yeah.
Which is massive. They needed this win.
Listen, whatever it takes, man.
What?
I never stopped smiling, and everyone else did. And he never said stop smiling. I want to get out of that.
Put it on the replay. Put it on the replay.
Stop smiling.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
I think it's unlikely. I think it's unlikely.
They should smile, and then eventually they'll just go serious again without being called. That's what I'm saying.
We'll take a look.
Yeah.
Hey, take a look. I feel like he got him. Oh, wait, no, he got two. He got two. He got two. He got two.
I'm wondering if there's
He's out on the next one.
They're discussing.
about whether or not it resets when someone gets out.
No. Simon Says it's continuous.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's imagine I'm playing Simon Says. Dream with me for a moment. Simon Says, wave your hands.
Yeah.
And then
Dream with me for a moment. Simon Says raise your hands. Simon Says drop your hands. Simon Says put your hands to your head. Simon Says punch the nearest guy to your left. What are you doing? I'm laying his ass out, of course.
check it out. What happens to him?
No, then he would be out.
Now, if I stop while watching him get out, am I out?
If you stop waving, and
You're
I
out.
say
You're out.
Simon Says stop. Yes.
Then with that call, the champ.
I think it's not likely. I think it's not likely. What do you know? What do you know? Let's check the technology, bro. We evolved for a reason. Let's check it. Let's check the technology. We have constant cameras, man. We're not escaping this. I'm gonna find out.
Champion of Simon Says is Cutie Cinderella.
What? Oh, I guess he still got out. I guess he still got out.
Team, you kept smiling. They have dominated.
Worldwide won.
Every day, from all corners of the world, give it up for Team
I say oh yes.
Worldwide.
I say oh yes. I thought USA had it in the bag. I thought USA had it in the bag for sure, Ski. What do I know? I couldn't gamble on it. That's why. They would have won if I could have gambled.
Guys, go ahead, collect your trophies. Collect your trophies. Give me some words. How does it feel as the captain of the championship team?
Man, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. Man, this event has been amazing, all the production. Like we took like planes just to come to this event, like 12-hour flights, 15-hour flights, just to come here to compete.
W video, hosted by Red Bull, hosted by Ludwig. Streamer Games, everybody. Streamer Games 2026. W fucking video. Next video. How do I get to the next one? How do I get to the next one? We'll speed it up. All right. Next video. Here we go. Restart it. TikTok knows you better than you know yourself.
A few weeks ago, something happened to you that you probably never mentioned to anyone. TikTok showed you a video about something you had never searched for, never liked, never commented on.
Because the commies are listening to you. At this very moment, they're in your phone, listen to every word you say. You never know who might be listening to you. Turn off that camera. Turn off that camera, turn off your phone, break it in half even.
Something you had barely even admitted to yourself. And it was exactly right. Not vaguely right. Uncomfortably, specifically right. Most people...
I'm not joking either, they probably are listening. Like, they're probably listening to what you're saying. They're almost 100% listening to what you're saying. I guarantee you, I could sit here right now, probably not. Or, cause no, hold on. Because that's not, I wouldn't say it's because they can hear you. I'd say it's because of what you're searching. Like right now, I'm trying to blow up on TikTok. So I'm searching up videos on how to blow up on TikTok, etc., etc., etc. So the algorithm is changing itself to show me videos of like small Twitch streamers and other stuff like that. That, I don't think it's listening to you. I think it might be listening to you. But who knows nowadays with all the like the flock cameras and shit like that. Who really knows? We really could be like, it really could be listening to us. But we will. I feel like we should know, but we don't know.
Have the same explanation, and they say it half joking.
There's nothing we can do about it. By the way, there's nothing. Well, we could always just tear it down. Have a VOD flock.
Serious. The phone is listening. It has to be, right? There's no other way. No other way something could know.
I'm getting a drink. Hold up. Okay. Oh my god, now my hair's a mess. All right.
Like that. It's a comforting theory in a strange way, because at least a microphone is something you can point at, something you could turn off. But TikTok has never needed your microphone. It figured out something about human behavior, something every other platform missed for a decade. And once you understand what that thing is, being read stops feeling like magic and starts feeling like something closer to inevitability.
Yeah, they're always gonna know. They're always gonna know they're always gonna know what you want to see at that very moment. There's so much money being poured into data analysis or like your data. If you're one of those people who think your data isn't out there, and no, this is not about a segue into the sponsor segment. I'm not sponsored. I'm not that big. If you think your data isn't out there, genuinely, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Your data's already out there. The billionaires out there, the big companies, they already have what they need from you. You're not going to be able to get rid of it unless you pay for some type of service to get rid of it. And even then, who knows if you are safe from that? There's nothing you can do in this day and age to stop yourself from being online unless you were born and you literally never touched it at all. Which, after I just said that, is still wrong because you're automatically incorporated with technology the moment you're born, because when you are born, you get a birth certificate, etc., etc., etc. You get put into a system. There is no escaping the system. You can only build within it. If you know what I'm saying.
Every platform before TikTok was built on a mistake. They all measured the same thing. What you told them. Your likes, your follows, your comments. Every one of...
I don't like anything. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe that's why all my videos are so fucked. I literally sit on my phone and I hit one of these. Let me mute my phone. I hit one of these. I don't comment, I barely follow, and I'll like the video. I literally liked videos so uncommonly that I can like the video as if I'm saving the video for later. Like, I can like a video knowing damn well I'm not going to like another video for like the next 50 videos. So I can always know where a video I want to see is, if it has useful information for me.
Those signals is conscious, deliberate, and completely under your control. When you like a post, you're making a decision about how you want to be seen by the platform, by other people, sometimes even by yourself. Facebook and Instagram built empires reading that carefully curated self-portrait. TikTok looked at all of it and largely ignored it.
You mean China looked at all of that, actually. You mean China, right?
Instead, it measured the one thing you can't control and never think about: time. Not time in the abstract, time down to the millisecond. How long you watched before you swiped, whether you watched something twice.
Oh my god, video retention. OMG. Some of y'all are actually brain dead, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. You're being like trained into doing it. I do it sometimes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you need to work on your critical thinking, please. There is no reason why you should be able to scroll on TikTok, scroll on Instagram, scroll on whatever you scroll on, YouTube Shorts, etc., or just scroll through the YouTube For You page, and you genuinely look at a video for 30 seconds, and then you scroll off of it. You're an AI. You're an AI. Like, if you can't give a video more than 30 seconds of your time to see if the person who made the video, the artist who made the thing, is actually worth paying attention to, reevaluate yourself as a human being. Please. You're actually just making yourself a sheep. You can't complain about the people at the top, the top Twitch streamers, the top YouTubers, the top politicians, the top corporations. You can't complain about them and complain about them not changing if you don't allow for change. And the only way you're going to be able to allow for change is for you to look at other content forms out there without giving it a 30-second time frame that they have to meticulously, scientifically engineer to gain your attention. That's not how we're going to create a better future or any future. We're going to end up having the same people that blow up overnight, go famous, and they keep on farming your attention. Do you want to be a sheep for the rest of your life, or do you want to control the future of the world? That's just the conversation that needs to be had. Like, there's so many things you can do to stop this. Just genuinely read a book, learn, like reevaluate yourself as a human, please. There's no reason why you should be able to tell if a video's bad based on the first 30 seconds or the amount of likes. Like, who are you to tell if a video is good or not? You aren't. You aren't. Someone could spend hours and hours making a video or streaming like I am, and no one will give it the time of day because they think they're more special than another person. No one is special. We are all trying to pave our own path in what we call life. No one is special. And the people at the top, they're not any different from you. They blew up once and we kept on feeding them because we're robots who aren't gonna change. It's like we don't even want change. We see so many comments about people being like, can the people at the top change? This guy's so unfunny. This guy's so unfunny. Can the people at the top change? I want a different streamer. You're not giving anyone else a chance, so just shut up. Do it yourself. That was a big rant. I'm sorry. That needed to be said. We as a collective society, we all need to lock the fuck in.
Without meaning to, whether your thumb hovered for a quarter of a second before you moved on. You can perform a like, you can curate a follow, but you cannot fake a hesitation. And in a normal evening of scrolling, you produce hundreds of them, small, involuntary confessions. You never realize you're making
them. Oh yeah, any given night, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling hundreds of videos, not gonna lie.
Each one measured, each one stored, fed into a system that has been listening to a language you didn't know you were speaking. Here's what actually happens when you open TikTok for the very first time. The videos you see aren't chosen for you because the system knows nothing about you yet. They're a test. TikTok fires a deliberately chaotic sequence at you. Comedy, then sports, then someone crying, then luxury, then rage.
So then if you're like me and you don't like the videos at all or don't interact, you get like a whole slew of random shit. Just the whole fucking piece of the pie. You get the whole pie if you don't like or do anything. And one day you'll get some comedy, one day you get sports, one day you get sad, one day you get a whole bunch of different things. Genuinely, if you want to have the best experience at TikTok, don't like a single video. I'm not gonna lie. But there is merit into liking videos because then you get to see what you truly want to see. But then you're kind of playing into their hands. So it's really a lose-lose situation.
And it watches what your thumb does, not what you pick, what you fail to skip. Journalists at the Wall Street Journal ran an experiment on this, and honestly, it's hard to shake once you know about it. They created automated accounts, bots, each one programmed with a hidden interest. The bots never liked anything, never commented, never followed anyone. All they did was linger, slightly longer on certain videos, the way a real person's attention naturally catches on something. And TikTok found every single hidden interest, all of them, using nothing but watch time. One bot had been given a vague, unspoken tendency towards sadness. Nothing dramatic, just a slight pull toward melancholy content.
And then your whole For You page is full of just the saddest, deepest things you'll ever fucking see. It actually blows as well, because normally it's like at like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., you're down in the fucking gutters of your mental health. And then TikTok just racks in sad video after sad video after sad video. Like, that can't be helpful, bro. Like, if you're, once again, actually, I've never said it on stream yet. If you were suicidal, please seek help. Please seek help. Suicide is not the answer. Suicide is never the answer. You leave so many people behind. It's just like, why wouldn't you want to continue your own existence? Like, life is such a precious thing that you only get to experience once. Everyone's experienced their life for the first time right now. And to throw that away, yes, you'll hear of it selfish, but like, I understand if you think that that's the only thing you can do, but I promise you from the bottom of my heart, there are so many different things you can do. Seek help, talk to your friends, talk to your family, friends, coworkers, talk to someone. Because at the end of the day, people want you here. They want you in their lives. Even if you don't feel like they do, they want you there. So please, I beg, just keep on pushing through it. It will get better. It will get better, I promise you. But like I was saying, I don't think TikTok should be pushing those type of videos at night, late at night, to potentially suicidal people. I think TikTok is probably very fucked up for that. But yeah.
And within hours, TikTok had understood. It filled that account's entire feed with depression content. The
Yeah.
bot never said a word about how it felt. It just hesitated in the right places, and the system did the rest. So why does it feel like mind reading? It comes down to something researchers call collaborative filtering, and it's both simpler and stranger than people expect. TikTok isn't trying to understand you. It has no theory of who you are. What it's doing is finding your twins. Out of more than 1 billion users, there are thousands of people whose behavior matches yours almost perfectly. The same pauses, the same rewatches, the same specific weaknesses at 1 a.m. when nobody's watching. You've never met
It's
them.
so interesting because we all like to think that we're such an individual human, when at the end of the day, there's 8 billion of us that we know of, or it's been counted as far as I know. There's 8 billion of us. So when you really get down to it, I always think it's super interesting because we all claim to be super, super like super hyper individual about ourselves and how we hold ourselves accountable for different things. But at the end of the day, our movements, our wake cycles, our everything that makes you you can only be split into so many different categories. And that category can only be split across so many different people. So the odds of someone being exactly like you or very similar to you are huge in terms of the whole scope of the world, which is something that's so very interesting to me because no matter how individualistic you want to be, more than likely out there is someone just as, if not more, individualistic than you. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
You never will, but the system quietly clusters you together and then does something almost absurdly simple. It shows you what they watched next. That video that felt impossibly personal, the one that seemed to know something you'd never said out loud. Thousands of people who behave exactly like you watched it hours before you did. You didn't have a private thought that TikTok intercepted. You had a common thought, shared by a demographic you can't see, and the algorithm found it in them first. You were never being read. You were just early, in a queue you didn't know you were standing in. But understanding you is only half of what the system was built to do. Knowing you is worthless if you close the app.
So now they're going to sell your data to other companies and pull a Facebook.
So the second half of the architecture is about something else entirely. And to explain it, we have to go back to the 1950s.
Electric chair. They shock you.
The psychologist B.F. Skinner spent years studying what makes behavior compulsive. When an animal received a reward every time it pressed a lever, it pressed when it wanted the reward and stopped when it was satisfied. But when the reward arrived unpredictably, sometimes yes, mostly no, never on a schedule the animal could learn, the pressing became compulsive. The animal kept going, long past the point of hunger. Uncertainty, Skinner discovered, is more addictive than reward. Casinos built an entire industry on this. Slot machines are Skinner's experiment, with a payout tray attached. The TikTok feed? It's the same mechanism in your pocket. And once
you never know when that next video is going to be mind-changing. That next video could be a mind fuck and just waiting to happen. You never know when that next scroll is just going to be the jackpot of knowledge that you need that will forever change your life. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, bro. You're almost there. You're almost there.
You see it, you can't unsee it. Think about what a scrolling session actually consists of. Most videos are fine. Many are boring. You keep going, half present. And then, at an interval you can never predict, one video lands perfectly. The exact thing at the exact moment, and something in your chest lights up. That's not a content pattern. That's a payout schedule. And here's the detail that changes how—
Is this written by AI?
the whole thing looks. The algorithm doesn't show you the best video it has for you. It could. It knows which one it is. But a reward you can predict stops being a reward. So the perfect videos are deliberately spaced out, cushioned by mediocre ones. The boring videos aren't failures of the algorithm. They're the mechanism—
No, they're not. No failure. Oh my god. This is like my fifth rant. This is my fifth fucking rant. Today I saw a video on a Minecraft server, and the video is genuinely well made. I watched most of it. I had to come stream, so I didn't finish it, but I'll finish it after this stream. The video was very well made, very well edited, etc., etc. Very well. It was well packaged from what I can see. It made me click on it. So it's obviously a well packaged video. Tell me why it has 263 views. That is unbelievably sad. Unbelievably sad. Because all you would have to do is click on it to see it's a good, well thought out video. And we on YouTube, as a community, as large as the YouTube community is, can't seem to just click on it Because we think we're better than them. We think that we're better than them. We can create better content than them. I don't know. Why can't we click on the video? What about that video makes it unclickable? Nothing other than your shit attention. There's nothing about that video that is wrong other than your shit attention span. And as a community, we need to fix that. We need to fix that as a community. As the human race, actually, we need to fix that. I understand short-term media fucked it all for everyone. Our attention spans are in the gutter. You can do something to fix it if you really cared. Or you can continue to be a shitty person who gives genuinely good content 30 seconds of your time to see if you want to watch it. If you're into a video for like 5 minutes and it's still not good, yeah, you can click off of it. But if you're giving it literally not even a minute of your time, you're a dickwad.
Exactly as designed. There's one more layer, and it's the one that tends to sit with people afterward. Try to remember what you watched on TikTok yesterday. Not the feeling of
Mind
it,
wipe.
the actual videos. Name 5. Almost nobody can. Hours of your life, fully awake, eyes open, and the memory is a kind
video
of
was made by AI.
fog.
That was an AI
That
image,
fog isn't a
goddammit.
coincidence, and it isn't a personal failing. Your brain consolidates memory by connecting experiences to each other and to context. But a TikTok feed gives you a cooking video, then a car crash, then a joke, then a clip of a war.
And if you're on Instagram, it's the same thing. Just thrown in, like, sprinkled in the middle there, someone just actually dying. Someone in the middle there just literally dies on your screen. They need to get better about that. They need to get better about monitoring those type of videos, because why the fuck am I watching people literally die on Instagram Reels?
Then a dance. Each one severed completely from the last. Nothing connects to anything. There's no thread for memory to hold on to, so almost nothing gets stored, which means the hours don't just pass, they vanish. And time you can't remember is time you can't regret, which means it's time you'll spend again tomorrow, without hesitation. So no, your phone isn't listening to you. It never had to. You've spent your entire life carefully managing what you let other people see, choosing your words, curating your feed, presenting a version of yourself you can live with. TikTok never looked at any of that. It ignored the self-portrait entirely and watched the one thing you were never guarding, your thumb, which has been telling the truth this whole time. And the next time your scrolling slows over something that feels impossibly, uncomfortably, precisely like you, you'll know what's actually happening. Not magic, not a
Netanyahu is in your phone. Throw it away.
microphone, just a mirror built from your own hesitations, held up by a machine that's been paying closer attention to you than anyone in your life ever has, including you.
That was a really good fucking video. Like, that got me thinking a lot. That got me thinking a lot for sure. Okay. Next video. That was a good video for it being probably made by AI. Good video for it probably being made by AI, but what do I know? What do I know? All right. Next video. Next video. We're pushing through videos here like that. We're only an hour in, and we pushed through like the first 3 video or the first 2 videos. So let's look at the queue. We have this video, another video, and then another video. And that last video is the first episode of Double Take. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Every fear begins in the uncanny valley.
If you really think about it, ambiguity is what makes something terrifying. I mean, the unknown is unsettling, sure, but by itself, the unknown is vague.
Can I say Uncanny Valley is probably one of the on the scarier side. Would y'all throw that in like analog horror? When you think of Uncanny Valley, are we throwing it just like realistic Uncanny Valley or like analog horror Uncanny Valley? Because I feel like analog horror Uncanny Valley is probably more scary in my opinion, but I don't know. What do y'all think?
It's distant, out of focus. It's like walking through a forest alone at night. It's creepy, but you're never sure what to be afraid of. And because of
there's
that,
always that one thing that's off about it. That's so interesting about Uncanny Valley, dude.
your fear lies in the potential, which feels abstract, like there's some distance between you and whatever it is that could be out there. Ambiguity,
I'm gonna try not to pause as much.
on the other hand, is what happens when the unknown grows teeth. It's the difference between walking home alone at night and walking home alone at night when you suddenly hear something scuttle behind you. The first is potential. The second is immediate. Now, there's something there, and it forces your brain to choose a threat level. Whatever it was could
Oh
be
my
dangerous.
god, no. Is this from that wow, I can't think of it. They're like that Frankenstein-ish Frankenweenie. This is from Frankenweenie.
But it could also be harmless. Regardless, it exists within a gray zone, and gray zones are conflicting, which is why I was so struck when I stumbled upon these videos about the Uncanny Valley. Clearly, the ambiguity of something being almost human, but not quite, is what creates the discomfort. But it wasn't just the Uncanny Valley that inspired this video. It was a comment, specifically this comment. The Uncanny Valley implies that at some point there was an evolutionary reason to be afraid of something that looked.
That's gotta be because of like different types of humans though. Like Homo sapien. Let me just shut the fuck up.
Human, but wasn't. And that sent me down a rabbit hole. Could this evolutionary reason be other hominids?
I hate these fucking photos. Like genuinely, I hate these photos.
While there is some evidence to suggest Neanderthals engaged in cannibalism, and not only
Neanderthals, I knew it. And Homo sapiens. That's how you say it. That's how you say it, right? Homo sapiens? Homo sapiens.
But interspecies predation. But okay, that's kinda unhinged. What about a predator? Well, mimicry is a very common strategy in the animal kingdom. And not only that, but some primates use it, even to this day. So clearly, this fear is grounded in something, and what I want to do is pull apart the most convincing theories to figure out what that something is.
Fuck no.
So without further ado, let's get right into it. The emotion behavior mismatch hypothesis is a mouthful, but basically, it's about psychopaths. It's a theory that suggests we're creeped out by facial expressions or behaviors that don't match the emotions we expect. And this does happen. Angela Tinwell found that when virtual characters speak, no movement in the upper face makes the character.
That was just because we were shit at making video games. That's just because we were so bad at making video games, we couldn't reg the face right. Nowadays, this is not a problem. This is not a problem nowadays, I guarantee you.
Disturbing, which explains a lot, like why so many horror characters move
getting jiggy with it.
in strange, unnatural ways, or why clowns are so unsettling.
Clowns aren't scary. I'm gonna have that take. Clowns aren't scary. If you're scared of clowns, you're a bot. You're a bot if you're scared of clowns. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, what about this guy's scary? Nothing. What are you gonna do some party tricks for me, bro?
Acting cheerful.
Like, this shit's not scary.
While their faces stay stiff. But on its own, the theory just doesn't have enough evidence. For starters, it doesn't explain anatomical differences, like why pupils that are too big feel creepy. Second off, the Uncanny Valley is still felt by images, which throws a huge wrench in the idea that it's all about mismatched movement. But the biggest one, to me, is what would the selection pressure be? I mean, for something to become a universal instinct, the stakes have to be high. The people with better creep detectors had to incur some type of advantage. Not only that, but the threat also had to be consistent, showing up over hundreds of—
Are these all the generations? I've never actually looked at like the greatest generation, the interbellum generation, the generation of 1914,
and across many different
the lost generation.
environments.
Why do they have a tough name? What the? How did we go from the lost generation to Gen Z or Gen Alpha? Who the fuck came up with that shit?
That it
we fell off.
Can shape the entire species.
It matches our attention span now. You're right.
So the theory makes sense, but as an origin story, I just don't see it holding up. Unless you mix it with another one. For most of human history, we weren't alone. Aside from other humans, there were also other humans. Neanderthals, who were
Neanderthals,
stronger,
yeah. Getting to
stockier,
the point.
and more adapted to cool climates. Floresiensis, who were tiny, about 3 feet tall, and lived on the Indonesian islands. And finally,
I missed the point of the video.
Denisovans, who we don't actually know what they look like. Regardless, all of them walked upright, had overlapping territory, and even similar faces. So aside from other groups of our own species, we also had interactions with other groups of humans, and they weren't always peaceful. Evidence from caves in France found Homo sapien bones with cut marks that resemble butchering, the kind you'd find on a prey carcass. There have also been Neanderthal fossils found with puncture wounds from projectiles, which Homo sapiens used more frequently than Neanderthals. And then there's the fact that a few thousand years after we expanded into Neanderthal territory, Neanderthals disappeared. Forever.
Because we killed them all, obviously. You know, we were just superior to them. We out-eloed them. You know, they had to level up. They had to lock in. They didn't. We won. Boo-hoo. They lost. We're the winners.
Leaving behind only 2% of their DNA, which some of us still carry today. Couple that with the fact that they had different gestures and
I
movements,
think a lot more of us do now.
something we would have
Is that from Ark?
considered mismatched, and there's a pretty solid argument to suggest the uncanny valley comes from other humans. I mean, outsiders can be dangerous, right? Yeah, no. Personally, I don't think this theory is correct. Even if there was conflict, there were also peaceful interactions as well. And the very few remains that hint toward cannibalism or some type of predation can just as easily be explained by something else, like a spiritual ceremony or a rare time of desperation. And beyond the fact that the uncanny valley can be triggered by dolls or robots, wouldn't it be a far greater survival advantage to just evolve a fear of, say, aggression, rather than something that kind of looks human but isn't? Well, yeah, probably. So for a fear to be this specific and this instinctive, it had to be really costly to miss. And
Dolls aren't scary either. Dolls are not scary either, by the way. If you have a fear of dolls, clowns, what's another one? Nope, spiders are kind of scary. Dolls, clowns. What's another like very like well brought about fear that people have that's stupid? Dogs. If you're scared of a dog, you're a pussy.
I think
that was a little harsh. You're not as cognitive function. That's a little harsh. If you're scared of dogs, you're a robot.
other human groups just don't fit into that category. However, there is another theory that does. One of the most powerful selection pressures in humans is parasites. There's even evidence to suggest that everything from morality to certain aspects of personality evolved from pathogen avoidance that became generalized. And because of that, some have extended it to the uncanny valley as well, suggesting that unsettling feeling is an instinct designed to help us avoid disease or corpses. And at first, it checks a lot of the boxes. It's a signal that would be costly to miss.
It hasn't checked a single box in my mind yet.
It's a threat that will pop up often enough to shape entire populations, and there's a clear advantage to having this response. Add on to that the fact that a lot of the characteristics that make something unsettling fit into this kind of look of death, and you've got a solid theory. But here's the thing, by itself, it may
I was about a single rock song, but I actually forgot. I forgot what song he made.
Be able to explain the origin of the uncanny valley, but not the intensity.
I was about to do Big Justice. Boom! 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 Wrong character.
I mean, you might avoid someone who's coughing or whatever, but you're not going to feel some existential anxiety towards it. And on top of that, disease cues in general are subtle. Pale skin or sunken eyes don't really fit into that ambiguity of almost humanness category. However, I do think if you were to use it as a starting point, its impact could be amplified by another one of the theories used to explain.
It can be impacted by death? Okay. Now we're talking.
Uncanny Valley.
Now we're more down my alleyway.
Oh my.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me like that. Oh shit.
There are many examples of sexual selection amplifying traits that originally served a different purpose. For example, MHC genes help your body recognize and fight off infections. Partners who had different MHC genes when, pass on a wider range of immune
What is
defenses
going
to
on?
fight off more infections. Over time, this becomes an instinctual preference for body odors linked to immune systems different from one's own. And that's why today, people have
Well, or a farmer himself.
a preference for those who smell right in a day.
Arise. No, let me get into the actual voice. We might also do choicer voicer later. We might. Let me do the arise from Sung Jin Woo. Arise. Was that it? Did I hit it? Arise. Oh wait. Arise. Wakey wakey.
In context, it's actually a subconscious proxy for an immune system different from your own. In the animal kingdom, the classic example of this is the elk's antlers. Originally, they evolved as weapons, but over time, they started serving a different purpose, attracting mates. And whether it was because they looked more impressive, or those
If you had a big antler, you were putting all the bitches I heard. Big antler, happy life.
who had bigger antlers won more fights, eventually they became the norm in the population. It's a bit more complicated than that, but for the Uncanny Valley, the only
I think that's a real photo of Mark Zuckerberg.
thing we really have to understand is that sexual selection exaggerates existing traits. So if avoiding disease or infection was the
No, because they would get rid of it because they were chopped as fuck. So this could make sense. No one's looking at an Uncanny Valley photo and be like, "Hell, I'm tapping that." Hey there. My place, 7 o'clock. No one's saying that. So of course the trait would go away.
It's very plausible that sexual selection could have exaggerated this response into what the Uncanny Valley is today.
Oh, that one kid from fucking Polar Express. What did he say? What was his line? It was some corny shit. Hey man, is that your seat? Is that your seat? Kick rocks.
And I say that for a few reasons. For starters, we're very attuned to certain ratios in the face. This is why averageness is one of the
Yes, the golden ratio looks masking black's pill clavicular. I'm gonna bone mash later.
3 pillars of beauty, along with sex differences and symmetry, which are all markers for health. Anyway, when someone has unconventional ratios, it's immediately striking. Not bad by any means, just striking. However, the more important the ratio is, say eye spacing for example, the more sensitive we are to even tiny deviations from the norm. And here's where it gets interesting. That sensitivity doesn't scale linearly, it's a threshold. Below it, the face just looks unique. But beyond a certain point, something flips. Suddenly, that face feels
Suddenly, you're a monster.
unsettling. And I bring this up because when I was looking at many different Uncanny Valley images to figure out what the commonalities are, the only trait that pops up every single time is a mismatch between the size of the pupil and the surrounding sclera, which coincidentally is also the part of these faces the majority find the most discomforting, the eyes. This matters because the sclera is like the billboard of intent. It's the only visible sign that reveals where someone's attention is, what they're feeling, or whether they might be sick. In fact, humans are the only primates with clearly visible white sclera exactly for this reason. Take that away, and you can't tell anything about a person. So what I'm suggesting is, what may have started as a way to avoid disease.
You could see my pupil lighten up when I hit big. When I hit big on the roulette table. Oh, wow. Mom, I made it big, Mom.
Have easily gotten exaggerated through sexual selection. The evidence for which is the preference humans have for averageness, which literally means facial features that closely match the statistical average across a population. But it wouldn't have stopped there, because faces, especially eyes, don't just signal health, they broadcast intent. And when certain expected ratios, especially in the sclera, are violated, the face becomes difficult to read, creating an uncertainty that isn't just confusing. In our past, it could have been deadly.
He's holding this frame for a little longer than I'd like.
So together, we have a model that fits the origin and the intensity we feel towards the Uncanny Valley. And out of all of the theories so far, I think this one makes the strongest case. I mean, it even fits with the mismatched psychopath detection theory from earlier. But honestly, there's one big knock on this idea. The Uncanny Valley doesn't just apply to faces. In fact, it even applies to sound.
No, does it? I've never experienced this. Maybe he's talking about like the backroom sound. Maybe he's talking about something like that.
One thing is still bothering me about the other hominid theory that I didn't address earlier. We don't know what Denisovans look like. We know they ate a lot of meat and had jaw structures similar to those of archaic humans, but that's it. And when it comes to deciphering what something looked like based on a handful of remains, all you can do is speculate. I mean, scientists are still trying to figure out what dinosaurs look like, and we have full intact skeletons. So imagine how wrong we could be about Denisovans when all we have to go off of is a tooth, a couple bone fragments, and a tooth. They could have had very abnormal behavior, specialized in hunting other humans, and used some long forgotten strategy that got lost to time. Obviously, I don't think this is true, but it does illustrate
I think they were flying.
a major point when it comes toward
I actually think they were the ones who built all the pyramids. I think they were flying creatures that were running around building pyramids every now and then, mostly in Egypt.
distant past. There are so many things that we still don't know. So a theory that suggests this sphere comes from a creature that preyed on us is very possible. And as far as I know, there are two that fall into this camp. The predator theory, which hypothesizes there used to be a human-like creature that posed a threat to us, and the mimic theory, which suggests there was a species that evolved to look like humans to hunt us more effectively. What we do know is that early humans were prey to a lot of different things. Big cats, birds of prey, and even some canines. Along with that, there are primates, specifically the slow loris, that evolved to look like spectacled cobras, even going so far as to mimic the hissing and movements. So could there be some combination of these two elements that gave rise to this fear? This is extremely speculative.
Like a big cat that looks like a human. Or what's that one like mythological creature? No, that one thing from Avatar. That one thing from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
But I do see one path. Mimicry is predominantly employed by insects, usually parasites. There are some reptiles like the Iranian sand viper and some birds like cowbirds that do it, but it's exceptionally rare in mammals. And this is because the more complex an organism is, the less useful mimicry becomes as a strategy. But only if you're trying to mimic how something looks like. And mimicry doesn't just apply to physical traits. It can apply to behavior, or more importantly, sound. Which is one area I haven't seen anybody do research into.
Yeah, I've never even heard Uncanny Valley when it comes to sound.
Margays have been seen copying baby tamarin cries to trick the adults into coming closer. Some birds of prey, like the African crowned eagle, have been observed mimicking the distress calls of monkeys for the same reason. There's even a very iffy historical account from Pliny the Elder that claimed hyenas imitate human voices to lure them in.
That can't be real. No way, no way. A hyena? A hyena's in the bush. Come here, kid. Come here, kid. Kid, come here. Kid, come here. Well, it had to be like a roar. It's like, kid, come here. Kid, come here. Kid, come here. How do hyenas sound? Kid, come here. Kid, come here. Kid, come here.
Come from predators that once hunted humans or share the same family line. And if the uncanny valley applies to sound,
Uncanny speech, that's a new
one. It does, just listen to this.
That's just the first ever like computer to have a voice. This is not. Oh my god, bro, it's unformed.
Or this. Could it not be possible that it's a leftover instinct from a time when predators mimicked our cries? Well, maybe. And acceptation, which is when something evolves to do a new job it wasn't
new word alert.
Originally meant for, could take it a step further, generalizing this fear of mismatches into other sensory channels, like what something looks like, aka the uncanny valley. So that's it, right? Reason cracked?
Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting idea and it's plausible, but using mimicry to hunt intelligent beings isn't exactly the best long-term strategy because we don't have to evolve to overcome threats. We can learn. And that's exactly why stealth is so powerful against us, which birds of prey and big cats use. If you're smart, you can learn to avoid a similar sounding cry, but you can't really learn to avoid something if you never see it coming. Which got me thinking, maybe it's not just about what falls into the uncanny valley. Maybe the real question here is, what actually makes something scary?
Or maybe it's because... Bad photo.
To me, it's not something that looks like it's dead
Switch the
or
photo.
expressions
Oh my
that
god.
look like they're hiding something.
Another bad photo.
What makes something
Okay, this fuck ass clown. I think it might be. I lost my train of thought.
scary is when it looks familiar. yet somehow looks like it shouldn't be. In other words, it's... Long before the uncanny valley had a name, Freud had his own theory to explain the same unsettling feeling. Unheimlich, he called it, which literally translates to the unhomelike, something that should feel familiar,
like
but
liminal
doesn't.
spaces.
What's interesting, however, is that the word Heimlich also has a second older meaning, hidden or concealed. So the word isn't just defined as the unfamiliar. It's the return of something once concealed that we wish hadn't. And when exploring different entities of the horror genre, this seems to be part of what makes them scary. For example, many cultures consider doppelgangers an omen of death, existing in a strange space between what is us and what is not. This blurred line could stir deep repressed feelings about identity. Zombies occupy a similar in-between state, not truly alive yet not entirely dead. Maybe they're such a common mythological trope because they bring up buried emotions tied to life and death. The uncanny valley, dolls, and even AI are things that try to mimic humans.
That's not... Oh my god, bro. Hey, what do you mean AI is trying to mimic humans? I know quite a bit about AI. I don't know what are you talking about? In a lot of senses, AI is better than humans. And I know there's people, I don't like generative. I hate generative AI as much as the next person. I think it's pretty bad that we're taking art from other people and using it to train AIs without the permission. But I do just want to have the take that some other agentic AI, there's a difference between generative AI and agentic AI. Agentic AI does have a future in the world. It's not going anywhere. I'm not gonna take a stand on whether I believe in it or don't believe in it, but I will say it's not going anywhere. So we need to learn to deal with it. It's not gonna go anywhere. You could say the bubble's gonna pop, but the bubble won't pop. The bubble's gonna do whatever the bubble fucking wants. The guys at the top are gonna decide what the fuck happens with that fucking bubble. We have no control over it, so we're just gonna have to learn to live with it. Or learn to protest, which means that's a perfect segue into the next video that we're about to watch after this ends on why Gen Z can't revolt.
Be it in how they look or in their attempt at consciousness. Maybe this brings up repressed feelings about a loss of agency or a fear of being replaced. And there are so many other examples like werewolves, vampires, liminal spaces, and so on. These are all creatures and places and things about what happens when the boundary between real and fake, primal and socialized, empty and full, gets blurred, and it can trigger deep, uncomfortable feelings, which circles back to how ambiguity gives the unknown teeth. It creates a tension that we're desperate to solve. But while we navigate the world by simplifying it into tidy categories, real experiences tend to be harder to classify. That's why our default response is fear. If you're uncertain, it's better to be safe.
Yeah, whatever you don't know, you're scared of.
Than sorry, right? But now, as we've become who we are today,
fear the unknown.
Living in society shaped by culture, language, and memory, not everything ambiguous is a predator lurking in the dark. Sometimes it's a feeling, but because we can't categorize them, they get buried, only to resurface when some ambiguous thing in the real world resembles that which we've repressed. And so, if you were to ask me what I think causes the uncanny valley, I don't think it's any one theory. I think it's everything. Everything that once posed a threat that forced us to make a decision quickly. And today, even though ambiguity is no longer the immediate threat it once was, maybe it's more personal, and arguably, that's worse.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for watching.
Like a deep personal, like something's off. Like you're always longing for more, or you're so aware of your insecurities because of social media. That's a good point. That's a really good point. All right, W video by Darwin's Lab. Everyone like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. This video is called Every Fear Begins in the Uncanny Valley. Next video. We have 2 more videos to watch. And then, or one more video to react to, and then another video to react to, but it's a video, it's the first episode of Double Take. So, yeah. Next video.
On November 9th,
let me, maybe get into, the full screen? There we go. Okay. Next video. Why Gen Z can't start a revolution.
On November 9th, 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall marked one of the most dramatic moments of political change in modern history. For nearly 3 decades, the wall had divided the city of Berlin and symbolized the broader ideological split of the Cold War between the Soviet-aligned East Germany and the democratic West Germany. But in the months leading up to its collapse, hundreds of thousands of East Germans began protesting across the country, especially in the weekly Monday demonstrations in Leipzig, demanding freedom to travel and democratic reforms. As the protests grew and the government struggled to contain them, officials announced that travel restrictions would be lifted. Within hours, massive crowds gathered at the wall, and overwhelmed border guards eventually opened the checkpoints. People climbed onto the concrete barrier and began chipping
I'm not
pieces
gonna lie,
away.
I don't think I can watch this. Like, I would want to react to this, but I would need to inform myself a lot more than I currently am. Because I don't want to just steal this person's video. Because I wouldn't have a lot to say with this video, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna skip to the next one. Alright. About right. Okay. We'll pop it into full screen here so we can do the intro for YouTube. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Welcome to the first episode of Double Take. If you're not sure what Double Take is, it is when I watch videos that Joe Bartolozzi has already watched, and I do my own reaction to it, because many times my channel has been claimed to be very similar to his, so I'm just going to lean into it fully and make a series called Double Take, where I revisit past videos that he has watched, but I watch them on my own and have a slightly different take than he has. But yeah, let's get into the first video. W intro, y'all. Alright. Space is way scarier than you think.
On February 7th, 1984, 317 miles above Earth, Bruce McCandless pushed away from the space shuttle and into the history books, taking the largest first step in human history.
Dude, to be like the first astronaut, to be like floating in space. Does he have a rope? That guy's dead. Okay, that guy's dead. I'm not looking at it. I don't see a rope. That guy's infinitely spinning into space, for all I know. Anyways, like I was saying, to be the first astronauts to go to space must be a surreal feeling. It must be so surreal. Like, they'll grow up looking at the sky. To grow up looking at the sky, wondering what's out there, and then growing up to figure out what's out there, especially back then, that must be crazy.
While Neil Armstrong's small step was a giant leap for mankind, Bruce McCandless's first test of the man...
Where is his rope? Maybe it's not reflective. Where is his rope? Is he dead?
...maneuvering unit was a plunge into infinity. Space is big. In size, obviously, but also in the way that it stirs our imaginations.
It's just large. It's so fucking large. Space is so huge. The universe is ever expanding. It's so... we can't even comprehend how large it is. We could spend our entire lives trying to comprehend and experience how wide and how vast space is, and we'll never be able to. It's crazy. It's like, what made it? You know, like I always have that question, like, what started this all?
The very concept of nothing is hard to fully process. And if space is anything, it's a whole lot of nothing. Potentially infinite nothingness. But at the same time, teeming with monstrous structures and energies beyond human...
Like, what made that? Like, it just spawned in like that? Like...
incomprehension. Filaments made up of thousands of clusters of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars. Areas of space so dense and massive that the rules of physics entirely break down. And yet, when we look outside, we only see the very closest stars. All the
if any, light pollution is so bad nowadays. You look up, you can't see anything but the fucking but darkness. I mean, if you guys don't, if you guys ever get the chance, you need to go on a hike, get out of the city, get anywhere away from light so you can see this type of view. It's very worth it, you know? Light pollution is a real problem.
Most of it is just out there, hidden in the endless darkness, like an eldritch horror. And despite that, or maybe because of it, we feel inexplicably drawn to it. From our earliest days, we explored the infinite darkness, looking for meaning. We used the stars to navigate, to guide our planting of crops. We imprinted our gods and mythologies into the patterns we saw in them. We may not have known what was out there, but we knew it was important. We invented eye-enhancing telescopes that reached through the darkness and found monstrous worlds we didn't even know existed.
Now, like, imagine being like the first person to create like the telescope, looking into the telescope and looking up, and you see like you see the on a whole not well, what's the farthest they could see? I don't want to sound dumb. You look into the telescope and you just see a different planet. Let's say that. I don't even know if they could see a different planet, but let's say they didn't see a planet. Like, what are you thinking? Like, do you think, are they thinking, how are we supposed to get there? Or how, like, was that like a thought in their mind? Was like, we need to get there. Surely not, right? Like, they're so not advanced that they are not even, that's not even a thought in their mind. They're just like, wow, that's cool. And there's not even a thought that's like, how do we get there?
And now in the modern era, we've taken our first tentative steps into that void by packaging ourselves in suits and machines that simulate the conditions on Earth. And we can't survive in any of it. Our world, in this perspective, is a microscopic oasis in a never-ending inky void, as insignificant to the rest of the universe as a bacterium floating in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Astrophobia is the fear of space, or astronomical objects. Astro from the Greek astron, meaning star, and phobia from the Greek phobos, meaning fear. So technically astrophobia is the fear of stars, but we include space and celestial objects as well. Objects like, say, the Mars moon Phobos. We literally have an object in the solar system named Fear. If someone from the city who rarely sees stars goes to the country or dark sky territory, they might find the immensity of a fully lit night sky to be overwhelming, even nerve-rattling. We might say that...
No, it's literally just like, you're sitting there and you're looking at all these stars and you're like, wow, there is just so much more out there and you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. You're forced... It's like it forces you to realize how small you are in terms of everything else. How small your problems are, how small you are, how small your planet are, and how small your species is compared to the rest of the universe. That's what it allows you to do. Because no matter how much you want to go and look at all these things, learn everything about the cosmos, you can't. No one has. Literally not a single human has. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, it makes you think.
Person has a touch of astrophobia. A believer in astrology might become nervous in the days when Mercury goes into retrograde. This could be considered astrophobia. Or the old idea that people go mad under a full moon.
They turn to werewolves. That was some fucking stupid shit. No way would you believe that as a fucking human society werewolves existed. We're idiots. We're idiots.
And to lunatics.
Oh, lunatics! Is this a Terraria reference? Is this a moon? I forgot the fucking name. The lunatic cultist? The lunatic cultist from Terraria?
Astrophobia. In the ancient times, comets were thought to be harbingers of disaster. In fact, that's where the word comes from. Disaster. Bad star. But there's another type of astrophobia. One that's not specific to an object or a superstition, but something much deeper. A kind of cosmic existentialism. Have you ever laid in the grass on a clear night and just took in the sky? Just let it wash over you and...
This went in the back of a pickup truck in Miami.
kind of become a part of it. A strange sensation starts to come over you, that you're not actually looking up. You're looking down. Below you is a drop into an infinite void, and the only thing...
Well, you don't know if you're looking down. You don't know if you're looking down. You don't know if you're looking up. You don't know if you're looking to the side. We're literally floating in an endless, ever-expanding conglomeration, or I don't even know if that's the right word, but we're just like, dude, oh my god, it's literally such a big thing that I can't even explain it. It's like we're just floating in an ever expanding volume of ever expanding space. Oh, space, because it's in space. I don't know how to explain it. It's really hard to explain. It's pretty unexplainable, I'd say.
Keeping you from falling is the fact that you're stuck to the ground by gravity. This shift in perspective is a bit of a transformative experience, and I recommend everybody to have it at some point in their lives.
Yeah, because like I was saying before, bro. It makes you realize how small you are as a person, as a human being. You are not as big and you are not as special as you think you are. That's what it makes you realize.
Chemicals can help that along. Just saying. But that perspective is a bit more accurate. In space, there really is no up. There is no down. It's just out.
That's what
forever.
It means.
And the only thing keeping you from falling into it is this invisible force called gravity, which we still don't really understand. And it's a good thing because
I think we have a pretty good grasp on gravity, bro. I think we have a pretty good grasp on gravity. It's literally negative 9.8 something centimeters per second. Yep. They used to call me a astrophysicist back in my high school days.
Because if you were to ever go out in any of those forever directions, you'd be dead after 5 miles. That's it. That is as far as a human can go in that direction before we can't breathe anymore. 5 miles. 8 kilometers.
Well, I just hold my breath.
You could walk that distance in a little over an hour. That's nothing. And everything beyond that.
Did he just say you can walk 5 miles in an hour? I know some people who run a mile in 15 minutes. You need 5 of those.
Will kill you.
And that's if you're running. Walking, for a regular ass person, hour 30, 2 hours.
Fear of space indeed. We exist on a tiny sliver of space, on the surface of a tiny planet. And even in that sliver, we can only survive on land, which is only 29% of the total surface. And even on that land, only 43% of it is habitable. The rest will kill you with oppressive heat, extreme...
Yeah, that's such a good point. The odds, it's just going back to that same thing. Out of the entire universe, you were chosen to be here. The entire universe exists. You're on Earth. All right, let's put it like this. The entire universe exists. The chance of that happening, infinitely small. The universe exists. Then the Earth forms. That's a small percentage as well. Then the Earth forming into what it needs to be to hold life. That's and even we're just compounding how small the chances of life are. Then the chances that life even happens, even now the chances have gone down drastically. Then the chances that life evolves to the point of conscious humans. And then we get to the finally relatively small odds of you being here. Like what? Something to the 400 something trillion? But that combined with everything else I just said, the odds of you being here are so low. Just be glad you're here. You know what I mean?
Cold and choking for it.
Like live life to your fullest. The odds of you being here are so incredibly low. You don't want to miss out on the opportunity that you have.
Earth can kill you in a million different ways. You can dehydrate, drown, fall off a cliff, get hit by lightning, consumed by fire, consumed by a lion, or a tiger, or a bear. You could eat the wrong berry, or pet the wrong snake, or get bitten by the wrong bug, or go to Australia. You could get blown up by a volcano, or breathe a toxic gas, catch a disease from a rat, or have a small number of blood cells clot up and travel to your brain, or just wait long enough. One way or the other, the Earth always wins.
Dude, I think Joe actually had the same exact take that we all live our lives trying to ignore the fact that one day we are going to die. Like, we're all actively choosing to ignore, like, obviously not right now because obviously not right now. I just mentioned it. Yes. Okay. But we all are living our lives knowing and actively choosing not to face the fact that we are all going to die one day. And like, we're not
Nobody has ever survived Earth, and yet it's the only place in our solar system we can survive. If you teleported to the surface of Mercury, you would lose consciousness within 20 seconds for lack of oxygen, and in the vacuum of space, your skin would boil as gases in your blood flash into bubbles, like a carbonated soda. If you were teleported to the sun side, your body would bake on the 800-degree surface. If you're on the shadow side, it's immediate frostbite at negative 290 degrees. If you went to the surface of Venus, you wouldn't have time to suffocate from the lack of oxygen because you would immediately burst into flame from the 867-degree air temperature, while simultaneously being crushed by an atmospheric pressure 92 times higher than here on Earth. It would basically be like the Titan submersible, but on fire. On Mars, you might have a relatively warm day, but you'd still suffocate. There's only 1% of our air pressure there, and almost none of it is oxygen. So you'd get the worst case of the bends imaginable, and then pass out. Teleporting to the surface of Jupiter would be difficult because there's no real surface on Jupiter, just thick atmosphere that gets thicker as you go down until it turns into liquids and solids and states of matter we don't even understand. You would basically just fall until you were crushed into a diamond. Somewhat the same thing on Saturn, but breathing the ammonia clouds would scorch your lungs first. Neptune and Uranus are so far away from the sun that the hydrogen atmosphere freezes solid. That's why they're called ice giants, which is what you would be within seconds of going there. At negative 371 degrees, your body doesn't freeze, it vitrifies. Basically turns into glass. Our sense of scale about space is completely skewed because you can't really image it. To show it remotely at scale,
it's so large. You can't. There's no way you could actively know and come to terms with how large the space and how large the objects are.
You wouldn't really be able to see anything. It takes 8 minutes for light to travel from the sun to the Earth. It takes light about 8 hours to reach the outer edge of the Kuiper Belt and leave our solar system. So one light day is 3 times longer than the radius of our solar system. 1 light year is 365 times that long. Our closest star is 2.24 light years away. Polaris is around 450 light years away. The farthest star that you can see with the naked eye is V762 Cassiopeia, a supergiant star.
You can tell we tried hard with that name.
Approximately 16,000 light years away. While we're looking at the Milky Way, we sit about halfway between the center and the edge. If we went to the edge, it would be 25 to 28,000 light years, making the radius of the Milky Way about 50,000 light years, roughly 100,000 all the way across. These distances are ridiculous, but that's nothing.
Literally inconceivable.
Compared to the distance between galaxies. The closest galaxy is Andromeda, which is
He's about to just stack this up, I can already tell.
2.5 million light years away, 25 times the length of our galaxy. We're part of the local group of
he's stacking it.
Galaxies, roughly 10 million light years across. And that is inside the Virgo supercluster, which contains 100 galaxy clusters and made up of 10,000 galaxies, spanning 110 million light years. And that is part of the Laniakea supercluster, including the Virgo supercluster and the Hydra Centaurus supercluster, that are all flowing toward a region known as the Great Attractor.
How do we know this exists? Like, oh my god, that's so vastly far, like unimaginably far.
It's 500 million light years across. Laniakea is one of the superclusters that makes up the Pisces-Cetus supercluster complex. It's a galaxy filament 1 billion light years long.
What?
At this scale, the cosmos breaks down into filaments and voids, including the Bode's void, which is 300 million light years across. Just pure emptiness. Beyond this is the cosmic web, which is where our numbers break down. All told, the observable universe is agreed to be about 93 billion light years across.
Jesus.
Given the absurd scale that we're dealing with, one can only assume that the universe is filled with billions, even trillions of different planets harboring life. If there is even a million...
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. If you ever meet a guy and he says aliens aren't real, he's an idiot. Like, There's one things that think like the green alien, like the stereotypical green alien isn't a thing. Like I can agree with that. That's probably not a thing. But then again, the universe is so large, maybe it is a thing. I think the odds of there being aliens, 100%. The odds of there being like conscious life forms out there, I think it's also very high possibility. The universe is so large. The odds of there not being, you'd have to be an idiot not to think that there's at least one other conscious being out there. A conscious alien in this case.
Of a percentage chance that life could evolve in another star system, the number would still be, well, astronomical. Arthur C. Clarke once said, quote, "Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying."
And the first one would be the worst case scenario.
The universe is teeming with life. That would mean that it's filled with potential hidden threats all around us. But it would also mean that we are not special. We do not have some privileged place in the universe. We are not
We don't. I firmly believe we don't.
Universe experiencing itself. We're just a really weird fluke of organic chemistry that happens from time to time, devoid of meaning and purpose. If there's no life outside of Earth, then we are truly alone, floating in an infinite void, which would be, in the words of Ellie Arroway, a huge waste of space. It's such a waste of space, it feels unreal. Perhaps a simulation?
We could be on a simulation. He's got a point.
What if this really is just a massive game that creates itself as we explore the virtual universe? The further out we look, the more we see. When Hubble took its
Oh my god, that explains Uncanny Valley. They're just low poly humans.
Deep
we ran out of data.
Field photo pointing at a
the data centers.
Tiny dark patch of sky and finding thousands of galaxies, maybe those galaxies literally didn't exist until we looked there. Maybe the structure of the universe didn't exist until we figured out how to map the cosmic microwave background radiation. Maybe you and I are just ones and zeros, and what we experience as consciousness is just a sim program, just...
Like, how am I supposed to know y'all are real? Huh? How do I know you're there? How do I know you're conscious? How do I know you're watching this video? I know I'm conscious, but you'll never be able to know I'm conscious. I can claim I'm conscious, but then again, I could be just lying to you. I could just be an AI. You never know. I could just be an AI. I could just be a robot. I could be lying to your face. And you would never be able to know. No, a polygraph. And polygraphs are, dude. It's the same guy, by the way. It's the same guy that does the polygraphs. The shit is fake. That shit is fake. I mean, it has like some science to it. That shit is majority fake.
Existing in a game. This is a popular theory, if maybe a little bananas. But belief in it is understandable, considering the equally baffling absurdity of the physical universe. There is a more elegant solution, though. One that allows for a universe teeming with life, but simultaneously seemingly void of life. But it's no less existentially terrifying. The term Great Filter speaks to the idea that basic life like single-cell bacteria might be common, but intelligent life encounters barriers that prevent it from existing everywhere.
Like the Great Filter.
Some think the Great Filter occurs before intelligent life.
This is not... well, actually, it is pre-watch. What am I saying?
For example, the evolution from single-celled organisms to multicellular organisms...
Well, not pre-watch in the sense that I've watched this by myself before. I watched Joe's. This is a double take, by the way.
That might be a Great Filter. After all, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and single-cell life began relatively early, some believe around 500 million years. But it wasn't until 1.6 billion years ago that multicellular life arose on Earth, meaning it took 2.5 billion years for life to make that jump. Perhaps this is such a remarkably rare event that it could be considered a Great Filter. Others suggest the Great Filter is something that still awaits us, that it occurs after intelligence evolves. Maybe because of a cataclysmic cosmic event, or the death of their star. Maybe it's a predatory alien civilization engaging in dark forest gamesmanship.
Yes.
Or maybe because intelligent civilizations inevitably drain their own resources and wipe themselves out. Perhaps intelligence isn't the ultimate goal of evolution, but a mutation of it, a kind of cancer, a metastasis that requires an unsustainable consumption of resources that inevitably dies out. All of this is an overdramatic way of saying that maybe intelligent civilizations have a time limit. And if there's anything as absurd as the space in the universe, it's the time of the universe. The two are fundamentally linked after all. The average lifetime of a species here on Earth is between 5 and 10 million years. Intelligent life might fare better.
We're next. We're next.
Or it might fare worse. But we can give ourselves the benefit of the doubt.
It's probably going to be to us. We're probably going to take ourselves out, to be honest with you.
Say we last 10 million years. In the 13.8 billion year history of the universe, that is a line so thin...
We're like a blip. We're actually just like a blip.
You can barely see it on the screen. Even if life was common, even if intelligent life were common, even if every single star system in the universe were capable of creating intelligent life at some point before that star system dies out, it is entirely plausible that all of those civilizations rose, conquered, and ended at different windows in the universe, and never knew that.
Yeah, it's so egotistical of the human race to think that we are gonna live. we're gonna be any more significant than 13.8 billion years. Like, the odds of that are so fucking low.
The others ever existed. We, in our tiny, inconsequential oasis of the universe, are only here for a fleeting amount of time. And all we have is each other against the vast, consuming darkness. On Valentine's Day in 1990, the Voyager 1 spacecraft, well past the orbit of Neptune at this point, took one last look back toward the inner solar system and snapped a picture. This picture held no scientific value. In it, there was nothing we could learn that we didn't already know. But in this photo, Voyager captured Earth from over 6 billion kilometers away.
Literally just a speck. Just a speck. That's all we are.
Making it look like only a cluster of blue pixels. Carl Sagan championed this photo and called it the pale blue dot. It is, in a sense, the most accurate photo of our species ever taken. In Carl's words,
all 8 billion of us are in that pixel.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the
all the lives ended, all the lives created, all the problems we have just in such a short time frame for control over literally a speck of dust in the terms of the universe. It's crazy.
Inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe are all challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate.
Mars. I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
Visit, yes.
Don't worry guys, the trickle-down effect.
Settle, not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
Yep.
Space is scary. And yet, we are drawn to it. It's the ultimate call of the void. And with a renewed interest in colonizing the moon and...
We've never been to the moon. Don't you guys know the moon landing's fake? Come on, guys. What do you believe that shit? That shit's obviously fake. AI.
Telescopes like the Vera Rubin telescope, we seek to expand our reach into the abyss. And maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll wise up and outlive our species' life expectancy.
Maybe. Probably not.
Maybe we'll expand
Let's be real.
through the cosmos and find new homes on other worlds near other stars. Because in an infinite universe, anything is possible.
That is true. Infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities for the human race. W Video. He's better go into the sponsor. W Video. By Joe Scott. W Video by Joe Scott. Make sure you leave him a like. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to him, y'all. All right. I think we got through all of it. Yep. All 5 videos apart from this one. Maybe we'll come back to this video later. We'll come back to this video later when I'm more educated on it to speak or have much more of a stance on it. Okay. Oh my god. What do we do? What do we do? Rack is done. Double take's done. We can let me think. We might just end it here. Let me go ahead and make the next schedule while we're here. While we're here doing this. Let me go to this. How do I go to... Oh my god, I'm a bot. I'm sorry. Hold on, actually, let me... This is clear, right? I don't know why the video quality keeps on going. I think it's my bitrate. Whatever. 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 Oh my god, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. My thing was in RV there yet. I'm in just chatting. Holy shit. Idiot. Actual idiot. Okay. Okay, let's make the schedule. Let's make the schedule. Okay, edit schedule. What do we want to do? What games are coming out? What games are coming out? Hold on. Let me clear the schedule. Okay. I'll do this. I'll do this a different day. I'll do this off stream. Okay. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. W stream, we did a lot of reacts today. There'll be more videos coming out. There's a video coming out tonight, actually. Video coming out tonight on the Shit That Midnight, and then probably another one tonight as well on probably one of the reacts we did. Or on one of the Roblox games we played. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next stream. On Monday. I'll see you guys on Monday, y'all.